Hello everyone. So as you can see by the title, I have a book haul for you. I bought a lot of books, but a few disclaimers before I show you the books. I am an advocate for libraries. In fact, when I was younger, I won the library award. You want to see evidence of it? Library award. Also, a lot of these books, they're not at my local library because I live in a small town. So, oh yeah, and guess what? In between me saying that and now, look at my nails now, my local library has closed down. It is no longer a thing. Now if I want to get a book, I have to travel about 2 hours. I feel like traveling 4 hours just to get a book is going to be worse for the environment than just me buying it. You know what I'm saying? Also, I like being in the library. A lot of these books I buy with other people in mind. I'm like, okay, I think I'm gonna like this, but also I think that this person would like this, and also think this other person would like this. I let people borrow my books. I reread my books. Some of my books I annotate, not all of them, okay, but some of them I do. And you can't be just defacing library books like that. Some of these books are used because I love buying used books. Another thing, do you know what it's like to be lonely? Do you know what it's like to be lonely? Do you know what it's like to want to feel this void of loneliness inside of you? And so all the money you'd spend on your friends or spend going places with your friends, you can't do that, can you? No, so you have to put it other ways. And I put them in books so then I can live out adventures, meet new people. That's so sad. Oh, that's saying that out loud is so sad. But you know, sometimes when you're reading, it feels like you're meeting new people. I'm gonna start. I believe I have a lot. I think I have 34 books because the other book that I'm gonna get, which I'll tell you about when I get to it, it is on like a back order or something. I don't know. So we have, you know, little boxes here. All right, starting off strong, we have Tempest of the Sea. This book was used. If you see, this is slight cover damage. This cover is absolutely beautiful. I'm so excited to read this. There's vampires in it, which, you know, I have a thing for vampires. Arthur Casimir is a criminal mastermind and a collector of secrets. Her prestigious tea room transforms into an illegal bloodhouse by night, catering to the vampires feared by society. But when the tea room and its secrets come under threat, Arthur must lead a gang of outcasts in a high-stakes heist to the sinister vampire underworld. He soon finds himself in the midst of a conspiracy that will threaten the world as she knows it. It's dark and action-packed. I'm excited for this. This cover is so beautiful. Are you kidding me? This is beautiful. Yes, the illustrations at the side of the book. This is what we love to see. Oh yes, I am so excited for this book. Let's put it there. Okay, the next book we have, I was a massive reader when I was younger. When I was 15 and 16, that's when I read a lot of like book talk books, and I took another little break from reading, and then I think it was like last year, I really got back into spending all my money on books. And one of the first books that I read that really got me back into the reading at the amount that I do now is Powerless by Lauren Roberts. Oops. This is its companion. Basically, the main character in this book, Peyton, she has a best friend called Adina. This is Adina's little novella. See the difference? But I'm really excited for Reckless that's coming out. But for the time being, we're going to read this. So I'm so excited for this because I really enjoyed this. Like, I was kind of getting used to rankings and stuff. I think I even rated that book like 4 stars. Ideally, probably not. Now, I know it's in here. Now, I read 1984 by George Orwell a few years ago. Really loved it. Animal Farm is something that I've heard. Why does my face look so greasy? This is what happens when you wear moisturizer and sunscreen. The main reason I got this book was because I heard that Barnyard is loosely based off of this. Barnyard, the cinematic masterpiece. It's a cinematic masterpiece. Don't even try me. It's where the animals like take over the farm. Yes, that's what happens in Barnyard, and this is what also happens in him. Stalking Jack the Ripper. Jack the Ripper was a real guy, and he murdered a lot of women. The back really gives us nothing. The back gives us this idea that it's a love story. Anyways, if I like this one, then I'm going to read the other ones, because I think the next one is something about Dracula. And, you know how I feel about vampires. I'm going to put this on the bottom because it's like a bigger book. Remember I was telling you about how when I was 16 I kind of read the book talk books? I read A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. And I kind of just like forgot about that series. Hollywood released a new book, which was the reappearance of Rachel, either Grant or Price. So I got this one. When I was 16, I did try to find this. The bookstore did not have it. The bookstore had the first one and the third one didn't have this one. I also don't like this. That sounds interesting. So if I like this one and I like the reappearance or whatever the lady's name is, then I might get that. Oh yeah, this one, yeah, it's just a sequel to Pip and Robbie. I can't remember it, but she figured out what happened to someone through her little meddling. The reappearance of Rachel Price. Basically, this book is about this lady and she goes missing, and then all of a sudden she comes back. Oh, you would have never been able to guess that. Never been able to guess that. Oh, wait. Belle has lived her whole life in the shadow of her mom's mysterious disappearance. Guys, that's me. I'm Belle. And it's literally spelled how I spell my name. Wait, that's so... I didn't even realize that. Oh, and you look at this. Actually, I'm not saying that. I was just like, look, Edward, like from Twilight, but then he'd be related. Okay, we're not talking about that. I recently read The Cruel Prince, and ow. I will show you at some stage The Wicked King because it's in the other box over there. But for some reason I decided to open the box that I got today instead of the one I got a few days ago. Anyways, this is the last book in the Folk of Air trilogy. I read The Cruel Prince. This is it right here. And I actually really enjoyed it because I went into it knowing it wasn't a romance. I have this. Now, I have both of these books. I don't have them in this edition. I have them in this edition, and the blue one is hands down the best cover, but I didn't want to pay $30 for that edition. And I'm trying to see it as like, oh, isn't it cool that I have now like mixed editions? Isn't it cool? Don't say it's not, because don't say it's not. Please. Like, I can't hear that right now, but it's not ugly, and also it's going to be from the side like this. Okay? Not many people are going to be seeing this. You know, it's not like when I'm reading the book, I'm like looking at the cover. No, I'm looking on the inside. Anyways, this book is the second book in the Inheritance Games trilogy where basically this old man carts it, and that was really insensitive of me to say. Basically, this old man passes away, and he leaves his fortune to this young random girl, and she has to move in to the house with all his family members, and all the family members are like, why did this random girl get our inheritance? And it was something crazy like $60-something billion. Like, do you know how much money that is? Like, that's actually, it makes me feel a little bit ill thinking about like how much money that is. Like, it just makes me, I don't know why, but it makes me feel ill thinking about that. But basically, they have to do a whole bunch of like these little challenges and games to earn the money, and at the end of the first book, we kind of learn a few bombshells, which I think are going to get explained in this one, to the point where I don't even care that the cover is different. I'm ignoring it. Anyways, the next book I have here is Ricochet. I read the Addicted book. I think it was last year that I read it. Ow. What is wrong with this nail? I'm having severe problems with it. I read the first Addicted book, and not gonna lie, it made me feel a little bit sick. Follows Lily and Lo. Lily is a sex addict. Lo is a alcoholic, and they're basically together to kind of live out their addictions so then their family doesn't get concerned. What I remember distinctly from that book is she's in the lecture hall, and she's, you know, how can I say this without like getting reported? She watches an adult film and it like unmutes in the entire lecture hall. So then there's just, you know, the sound from this adult film ringing out across this lecture hall. That's what I remember from it. Okay, and I also remember at the end, Lo and Lily, they get separated, right? And he's just like, don't cheat on me. My heart. So I don't really know why I got the second one. I don't know, I'm giving it another chance. Senses an unsettling connection between Daisy and Reich Meadows. Yes, I was going to get to this point. Yeah, because, you know, Daisy and Reich, he meets her when she's a minor. There's the Addicted series and then the Cowley Sister series. Basically, the Addicted series is Lily and Lo, the people I was telling about before, and then the Cowley Sister series follows Daisy and the annoying one. There's an annoying one in Addicted to You, and everyone loves her, but I find her so annoying, and like she thinks she's better than everyone, and she's so insufferable. Rose. Yeah, Rose. And the Cowley Sister series follows them. If I do, I will only be reading Rose and Connor's story. I will not be reading Daisy and Reich's because, yeah, he meets her when she's a minor, and then when they get together, she's like 18 and he's older than her. And then he starts saying that basically he knew that like it was going to be her from like when she was a minor. So that makes me uncomfortable. So if I was to read this series, I'd be leaving out the 2 specific books that follow Daisy and Reich. And then in the epilogue book, I'd just be skipping their things because she says unsettling connection, right? So why are they romanticizing it? I don't understand. It's a cute cover. The Addicted to You book, it's on back order, and don't know when I'm going to be getting that. Now this next book, I can explain. I read the first one, and did I like it? Objectively, no. It was cringy, it was annoying, but it was very easy, and again, it was back when I was sort of getting back into my sort of reading era again and again. Like, also, when I say like I didn't read, I was reading a lot, but just not at the rate that I'm reading now, you know? It was called Hooked, the first one. This is called Scarred. This book is basically like The Lion King. It's like they take villains and then makes them love interest. Like the first one was Captain Hook, and it's not a retelling, but like it basically is. Also, I'm upset because the main reason why I liked the first one was because the font was kind of bolded. This is not bolded. Well, I mean, it kind of is, but no, it's not. It's not the same as the first one. For the loners, That's so interesting. I was just talking about this. I was talking about being lonely. Also, Insecure and Damaged. See, I read that one. I remember I was also reading Crime and Punishment at the time. Was it Crime and Punishment? I was. And normally I used these books. Ow! I use these books kind of like as a palate cleanser when I was in the middle of reading classics, but no, I had to use the classic as palate cleanser for that book. Anyways, there's that. We'll put that there. That's a thick book, actually, now that I'm looking at it. One of those ones. Okay, so the next 4 books are all from the same author, and basically me and my grandma, that's me and my grandma, up there. I like her stories. There are some flaws, but in the grand scheme of things, and compared to other authors, there's nowhere near as many flaws. So I got From Below. Is that a rat? That is actually a rat. Oh, there was a dead rat in my pool. It made me so upset. I saw this rat, little mouse. I don't know if it was a rat or a mouse. I think it was a rat because it was pretty big. I could see his little whiskers and I could see his little fur. And I was so upset that he died. And then I tried telling people and everyone was like, ew. And I was just like, I was crying over this rat. I was crying over this rat. And everyone was like, ew. What do you mean, ew? But yeah, look at him. That is a rat, right? No, it's not. Oh, it's not a rat. Oh, it's a diver. I see now. Like, that's its eyes, and then that's its flipper. It's not a rat. I thought that was its tail. Well, that looks like a rat, okay? That literally looks like a rat. Back to the rat book, which is not a rat. This book is essentially about, it was the unsinkable ship, and it sunk without a trace. Oh, no, it vanished. Years ago, during a routine voyage, okay, I'm not stupid, the SS Arcadia vanished without a trace. So 60 years later, its wreck has finally been discovered. So Cove, okay, that's a silly name. Cove and her dive team have been granted position to explore the rusting hull. It's filled with death and something dark and hungry watches from below. With limited oxygen and the ship slowly closing around them, Cove and her team will have to fight their way to free the unspeakable horror now desperate to claim them. This lady, what I've noticed about her books is that she often writes about paranormal and like monsters and stuff. Then we have The Carrow Haunt. Remy is a tour guide for the notoriously haunted I didn't even read any of these books. Synopsises, like I just bought them. She is asked to host guests for a week-long stay in order to research Carrow's phenomena. She hopes to finally experience some of the sightings that made the house famous. At first, it's everything they hope for. The storm moves in, cutting off their contact with the outside world, and things take a sinister turn. Doors open their own seances go disastrously wrong. The spirit medium wanders through the house at night, seemingly in a trance. But it isn't until one of the guests dies under strange circumstances that Remy is forced. Remy, the ratatouille, the rat of all my dreams. Rat! Like, I'm glad that I bought this. And that's an interesting cover. It makes me feel like I'm like watching a scary movie, which I love. And they have Craven Manor. So General is desperate for a fresh start. So when a mysterious figure slides in under his door offering the position of groundskeeper at an ancient estate, he leaps at the chance even though it seems too good to be true. Alarm bells start ringing when he arrives at Craven Manor. Wes Craven? Yeah, he's the guy who made Nightmare on Elm Street, Scream, those kinds of movies. Also, The Hills Have Eyes. He is the janitor in Scream, Wes Craven, and he is wearing the Freddy Krueger outfit. I don't know why this is giving me kind of like, there's a movie called The House at the End of the Street. I used to love that movie. I watched it recently. It's not very good. The Fallcroft Ghosts. I like this cover a lot. So, every family has its secrets. When their mother is hospitalized, Tara and Kyle are sent to stay with their only remaining relatives. The elderly grandparents seem friendly at first, and the rambling house is full of fun nooks and crannies to explore. I want to live in an old house that has secret passageways. There are whispers of a sister who drowned in Lake long ago. Something's being hidden away. Something has been hidden away. It's definitely going to be the sister who drowned in the lake. It's going to be her or like the ghost of her. A violent storm cuts off their only contact. I'm thinking this lady likes when storms cut off the only contact. Also, I don't know, it looks like there's like fingerprints on the books from this angle here. I don't know, you can't see that, but I can. Also, I saw the Challenges movie tonight. The one with Zendaya in it. My opinion of it, I liked it. The ending, I don't really like ambiguous endings, to be honest. So, we have The Picture of Dorian Gray. I am so excited for this book. You don't even understand. I've wanted to read this book for so very long, and I just never did, and I kept forgetting about this book. This is an alluring novel. It caused a scandal on publication. It follows Dorian Gray, who, enthralled by his own exquisite portrait, exchanges his soul for eternal youth and beauty. Only his portrait bears the traces of his depravity. The definitive edition includes a select... Okay, no one cares about that. Let's put it here. Now we're gonna get a little bit into contemporary romance for a second. We have The Right Move. I have not read the first one. I haven't, but I was fearmongered because it was like there's not many of this book left and I haven't seen it anywhere. And it's also, this book is used. Helping the environment. What is this book about? I don't know, it's a basketball romance. No, is it a basketball romance? I don't know, but yeah, it's a basketball sports romance. Okay, moving forward. The Beautiful and the Damned. This cover is beautiful. Also, not slave. I heard that apparently F. Scott Fitzgerald, he stole his wife's work. Like, part of his work he stole from his wife. Follows the glamorous and tragic lives of Anthony Patch and his new wife, Gloria Gilbert. Jazz, Prohibition, the flapper subculture. Love this cover, by the way. Then we have, this was I was talking about the Wicked King. This is, yeah, the second one. I don't really talk about it. Then we have One Day. I can't get it off. If I just hold it like this, you can't even tell. I am excited to read this. Oh, he's in the corner, the author. I read it every couple of years. It's perfect. Dolly Alderton. I recently read something of hers. Yeah. Emma and Dexter meet for the first time on the night of their graduation. And then it just follows them year after year after year. And I watched part of the TV show. Oh my god, that's a squirrel. That's a squirrel. It's a squirrel. No, it's a ferret. There is a theme I wrote in the video because vampires, this is, you know, the stereotypical thing about bats. Bats, that's also a rodent. Why is there a theme about rodents in here? And that's an animal. There is a theme about rodents. An animal farm? Barnyard, there is Wild Mike. The Wall of Winnie Peg and Me. Now, am I gonna like this book? Probably not. But for whatever reason, I liked the cover of this. And also, I saw the new version of the cover. And I was like, I don't like that at all. The Wall of Winnie Peg and Me. I liked the title and I liked the cover. So, and I like their names. Their names are Vanessa and Aiden. None of that stupid name business. The idiot. I read Crime and Punishment, really loved it. Look at his hair. Okay, next we have Emily Wild's Encyclopedia of Fairies. Now this is the small version, which means the map of the other lands, I'm gonna have to wait a few months before, because the trad paperback version is like this big. I got this book used as well. As you can see by the bottom, there's a little bump on the back there if you see that. Emily Wild is good at many things. She's a junior scholar. She's a meticulous researcher who is writing for the world's first encyclopedia of fairy lore. So she's not good at people. She wouldn't be able to work retail then. She arrives at a village and she befriends a man. No, I don't want it to be a romance. I thought this book was going to be about her like investigating the fairy lore. That's all I care about is the fairies. Please. Okay, next I have In My Dreams Hold a Knife. This book sounds very interesting. 6 friends, 1 college reunion, 1 unsolved murder. So 10 years after their graduation, this lady, she makes everyone, you know, come back together again. Yeah. If we were villains, this book is about, yeah, Shakespeare. Tragedy, finale and legendary, because I read Caraval. Again, this is my wrap up. This was used. Yeah, no, I actually really enjoyed it. Oh, this paperback is shiny. Do you see that difference? This is like a smooth material. I guess they're kind of both smooth. I don't know, but this one's like more slippery material. One of them is used, but I can't even tell because they're in such good condition. This one is, because if you see, that's up there. Caraval is like this magical thing. I'm tired, guys. It's all gonna come toppling over on me. And I just have the rest of the books in the Twisted series. Oh my god, they're thick. I didn't even realize that. Basically, I ordered them. I already have listened to them, so I know what already has happened. I got these books used. This guy, he's a stalker. And this dude, he does Jules so dirty in the 3rd act breakup situation that, like, I feel sick when I think about it, just because how dare he? Literally, how dare that man do that? That's gonna come toppling over on me. Please don't. Yeah, fall backwards. Don't fall on me. Please. Okay, so One Dark Window. I'm pretty sure this book is about this girl. She has a curse trapped in her, and she goes on an adventure to get rid of the curse inside of her. Sounds interesting. Oh yes, but that's her, and that's the curse. Something about a monster. Please don't fall and topple over. I don't know. I got this book used. Don't really know what this is about. Theo, don't know who that is. Part of the Chestnut Spring series, which is basically about cowboys, and one of them is a hockey player. I have read the first 2 books. This series of books, let me explain. I got half of them used. I read the first one, I think it was last year. Hated it, but then everyone was like, no, the series gets better as you progress. So it's like, fine, because I'm reading another series by this author and I'm really enjoying it. So this is the ACOTAR series, right? Because I read ACOTAR, did not like it, read Stone and Glass, really liked it. I'm in the middle of that series, but everyone was like, no, like this one gets better. They don't match the spines. I mean, they do match, but like that one has like designs on it. Where do I put these? Literally, like, where do I put these? Let me know if you've read any of these. Let me know what you think. I'm very excited to read this. I'm very excited for the reading videos and ideas that are going to come out. This is a pimple on my lip, and I really hope it wasn't annoying for you to look at the entire time, and I'm really sorry. Also, a little bit of my mascara has gone under my eye. I hope that wasn't too annoying for you to look at. Look at this. That's going to fall on me. Maybe I deserve it. Maybe if this all falls on me and like crushes me, I deserve it. Yeah, thank you for watching. Bye.